Today's video should help you to think outside the box. Let's get wiser together. Let's start with the wisdom. When the usual path is blocked, it's not the end, it's an invitation. Innovation begins where routine thinking stops. Sometimes the best move isn't even on the board at all. Let's look at an illustration that represents this perfectly. When you're in a tight spot, think outside the box. Tic-tac-toe is very much a game of strict rules, but sometimes rules are meant to be broken. When you find that you're running out of options, stop asking, what do I do? Consider asking, what has no one else done before? Let's look at a saying that backs this up. It comes courtesy of Peter Drucker. The greatest breakthroughs happen not when you find new answers, but when you ask new questions. Progress doesn't just come from thinking harder, right? We've all been there just banging our heads against the wall. It comes from thinking differently. Let's build upon this with today's explanation. It's easy to get stuck playing the same mental game, following patterns that once worked, but no longer fit the problem that is in front of us. We stay inside of the box because it feels safe, familiar, or proven. And in the average situation, that works, right? But if you're looking to have a more than average life, you need innovation. The world's most creative people aren't necessarily smarter than everyone else. They just look where other people don't. They question the rules everyone else accepts. And these ideas that they connect together, they don't usually belong together. So if we want to grow that muscle too, here are 3 ideas that we can start developing out-the-box thinking for our own life. Number 1 is to question your defaults. When facing a problem, pause before acting on a habit. Ask, what am I assuming here? Or what if the opposite were true? Clarity often hides behind curiosity. Number 2 is to mix up your inputs. Expose yourself to ideas, industries, and people outside of your bubble. Much of my inspiration doesn't come from visuals, but from music or film or experiences and everything in between. Fresh perspectives spark new ideas, and creativity thrives on that diversity of thought. And then number 3 is to turn limits into levers. Constraints don't kill creativity, they help us to focus it. So when options are few, your brain has to work harder to find better ideas, right? Embrace the challenge and allow it to sharpen your imagination. Let's move on to today's reflection, where I will share 3 journal prompts to get you thinking a little bit more about this idea. The first is, what boxes have I been thinking inside lately? At work, at home, or just generally personally? Number 2 is, where might I be clinging to methods that no longer serve me? And then number 3 is, what's one bold, unconventional idea that I could try this week? Consider writing about these in your own journal. And if you need support with the life-changing habit of journaling, I've got you covered. Check out journalwiser.com for everything you need to know about this amazing habit. Now let's move on to today's resource. And I'm conscious that I've shared a lot of book recommendations recently, but I'm obviously on a book binge. This is another one, and it's a favorite. I think I have shared it in Wiser before, but without any further ado, it is Rebel Ideas by Matthew Syed. The tagline for this book is the power of diverse thinking. If you're familiar with Matthew Syed, he is very much an innovator in his own personal life. He is also known as the ping pong guy within the UK scene. He was one of our Great Britain competition players for ping pong and very much fulfilled his own personal potential through radical thinking. He explores in this book how innovation thrives when people with different perspectives collide. Drawing from science, business, and history, he shows about how group thinking limits progress and how embracing diversity of thought leads to breakthroughs. If you've ever wanted to get out of that stuck, usual way thinking, Rebel Ideas will remind you that the best solutions often come from unexpected places. If you want to explore this idea more, then you can check out the link in the description to buy a copy, or consider checking out your friendly local bookstore to see if they've got one. Did you enjoy this video version of Wiser? If you did, please let me know by liking, commenting, and or subscribing. And if you want to receive these insights straight into your email inbox each and every week, check out wisernewsletter.com. But before you go, why not consider checking out this playlist from all the other video versions of Wiser? Thank you, and I'll catch you in the next video.